Hello, everyone. I'm Lopi Clint. Welcome to Late Night Meditation. As always, it's great to be here online with all of you, whether you're watching from Zoom, YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. So, hello again, everyone. Hello, Eric. Hi, Mom and Dad. Hi, Katrina. Hi, iPhone. Hello, Vivi. Hello, Miriam. Thanks for joining here on Zoom. Also, hello, K-Noon. Thanks for joining here on Zoom. Also, hello, Julie, Zendog, Sue, Hagazo, and Hannah on YouTube, and everyone watching on Facebook and Twitch. Also, today is officially our 600th episode. Yeah, it's crazy. Time has just flown. Hello, Gabriela. Thanks for joining here on Zoom. You know, it's amazing how time just flies, and it really is all about consistency. When you keep practicing, and of course, all of you guys practicing together, all of us meditation buddies here at Late Night Meditation. Thank you, Sue. Satu. Okay, so I see. Oh, hello, Yi. Thanks for joining in. So, as always, as you guys know the schedule for Mondays, it's our Meditation 101, so it's nice and slow, easy, tell you every step the whole way, great review. And of course, if you're brand new, you can type in 123 and I'll do a complete little presentation for you. For Wednesdays, it's our Wisdom Wednesday, so it's a like half meditation, half time for wisdom talk. So today happens to be that. And then on Fridays is our long silence day. So for those who want to challenge themselves or just get some more time with your inner peace, Friday is the day for you. And hello, Pat. Thanks for joining in. And hello, Ellen. So, as we're about to enjoy our 600th episode together, remember, as we meditate, always take your time. Relax your body, relax your mind. Just like in the homework, whatever you do, have relaxation and awareness. It's this balance that helps us find our peace, get our calm, and bring back contentment into our life. So, as we practice, do just those two things. Relax your body, relax your mind, allow yourself to get to that very comfortable vacation feeling. Okay? So, is everyone ready for some meditation? Okay, then let's get into our perfect position, as I like to call it, because it's perfect for you. And when you're ready, gently close your eyes. Taking a deep breath. Breathe in the cool, calm, relaxing air. And breathe out all your worries, thoughts, and responsibilities. Just let it all go. Forget about it for the time that we are meditating. Just breathe in, breathe out. Let each breath of fresh air help you become more relaxed, more comfortable. Taking a few more deep breaths, as it's a natural and easy way to relax. And as you all know, relaxation is a very important first step. It's like taking that first step of a ladder. We can't just skip it. You can try, but we tend to fall over. It tends to cause more of a problem instead. Step by step, little by little. Start off with relaxation. And for those who are new, relaxation doesn't mean to be completely lazy or relax to the point where you fall asleep. It's more allowing yourself to feel comfortable, feel okay. You don't have to be very relaxed. As long as you feel okay, comfortable enough, you're in a good space. If you do feel more comfortable than that, that's also okay. The main thing is feel comfortable first. And in the same way, you don't have to sit completely still. It's okay to move. Even now as I'm talking to you, I'm making adjustments. And I've been meditating for over 25 years. So you make your adjustments in the beginning. Most of our adjustments tend to be in the beginning. Getting into our perfect position, or at least a position that feels perfect to you. And then once we find that position that feels just right, we tend to be able to sit like that, comfortably, for a longer period. And some days, there's a bit more adjustment. Some days, it's like as soon as you sat down, you're ready to go. Make adjustments when you need to. Once you feel okay, you feel ready, then we can enjoy and begin. As first, you relax your body, and then you relax your mind. And for those who are new would ask, how do I do that? It's actually to let your mind stay with just one thing. That one thing can be anything. I recommend the full moon because it's bright and shining, but not blinding. It's calming and cooling. But your meditation object can be anything at all, whatever feels easy and comfortable to you. The main thing is your meditation object or image or feeling is a way to help your mind stay with one thing rather than trying to think of many things at once, which we all know our mind loves to do. It's like we're thinking all the time, unable to stop. But that's why we practice. Practicing to slow down little by little. Some people think that if you meditate, you're supposed to get it down right away. But that's not true at all. Like any skill that we want to do or we want to attain, it requires time. It requires practice. There's only once in a while where you happen to have talent for that specific skill, where you might touch it for the first time and get it perfect. In general, we all need time and practice. So don't feel like you're supposed to be perfect right away. And even after many years of practice, we still don't try to be perfect. Just take it at your pace. Allow it to happen naturally. Like riding a bike. At first, it's very difficult to find your balance. Later, the balance is quite easy. You don't even need to think about it. And for those who ride quite often and very regularly, they've acquired the skill to not even need their hands. So take your time. As you take your time, growth will happen. It's about consistently practicing. A little bit a day goes a long way. So whatever you're working on, even if we only take 1 or 2 steps forward, it's still 1 or 2 steps forward. Never look down on your progress. And understand, even as we progress, sometimes life happens and we end up taking a few steps back and needing to reclimb or go over those same hurdles again. It's okay. The point is, we keep moving forward. When we're mindful, able to be more aware, you're able to keep moving forward, even if it's just little by little. But when we're not very mindful, sometimes we slip. But that happens. It's what happens after you slip that matters. Do we slip and just give up? Or do we do our best and try again? There will always be little challenges in our daily life, opportunities to practice and see how you're doing. But for now, let us take this time to clear our mind. Relax your body, relax your mind. And once your mind starts to quiet down, even a little bit, you'll start to feel the benefits of meditation. You might start to feel lighter. You might start to feel more at ease, more calm, or even simply more relaxed. Every little bit is progress. Or even noticing your mind quieting down, even a little bit. Continue practicing, little by little, what you've learned and practiced in meditation. You'll start to use it in your daily life, helping you keep your cool, make better decisions. And even other skills may come naturally because you have more focus. So take your time, relax your body, relax your mind. Son mo Arhan Son mo Arahant. Now, let us continue in silence, letting our mind be calm, clear, and peaceful. Now, let us begin spreading loving kindness. Spreading loving kindness is like spreading out your heart, sending out good intentions to all beings. So let us visualize our object as we have been doing, and imagine that your object becomes crystal clear, clean and bright, and at the center of your object there is a bright light. This light is very special. All those who touch this light are instantly happier, healthier, and more at peace. So we let this light illuminate our bodies, filling our body with light. And let this light shine out from us, filling the room. And let this light spread far and wide, filling the city, filling the state or province, filling the country and the surrounding country, until filling the entire world and out throughout the universe. Thinking of our loved ones, our family, our friends, our close and distant relatives, our co-workers, acquaintances, all the people you know, and all the people you don't know, to all sentient beings, all the animals in this world, and even thinking to the heavens, to our friends and relatives who have passed away, wishing well for every one of them. And as we are spreading loving kindness, let us make this wish together for us all to be happy, healthy, wealthy, successful, to gain wisdom, attain enlightenment, for world peace. Let us take a moment to make our own good wishes. Sabbe Buddha Parapata Pacheka Nanchayang Palang Arahanta Nanchate Je Narakampantami Sapaso Sapaputanupavena Sapatammanupavena Sapasankhanupavena Sattha Sodhi Bhavantu Te. And now, very gently and at your own pace, opening your eyes. Take your time as we slowly come back. You can take in a few deep breaths, do a little stretch if you'd like, as we slowly come back. How is everyone feeling? As always, take a moment to notice how you feel right now that we finished the meditation. It's what we like to call considering, taking the time to check and see what worked, what didn't work. Because every time we practice, it's either a good session or an almost good session. There are no bad sessions, because it's an opportunity to see what is it that works for us, what doesn't work, and helps us continue to fine-tune and tweak to find the perfect way for you. As all I get to do is guide you and help you on your path. And then you guys can always ask questions and I can help you steer into the right direction. But in the end, you are still journeying. You're the one doing the travel. I can't take you there. All I can do is show you the way. But even myself, I also need to move forward too. So in a way, it's like we're working together when we meditate together. Like we're all on the same ship together, this big boat. I have the map, and we're going together. But we all have to pitch in little by little. Do your part. Practice. You'll find your peace. So, for our wisdom talk today, nothing too heavy, but just wanted to kind of share with you all how very grateful and glad that I get to be here now on our 600th episode, and how the time has just flown by so quickly. It feels like just yesterday we just started. As some members remembered, I was in Chicago. It feels like just yesterday I was in Chicago, and not that long ago I was in New Jersey. Like it's just time just flies, you know. It's also part of getting older, huh? Everything seems like it was not that long ago. But even though we know that as time flies by, that's why we need to keep practicing. And when I say practice, it's more so of helping us keep centered. Because as we practice to keep centered, that's what helps us be able to experience and live every day to the fullest. When you're centered, you are here, you're present. When you're present, you are living. You're getting to live life. And one thing I hope that I've been able to share with you all is how every moment of the day, if we're mindful, we are living and enjoying that life. Even if it's a chore you don't want to do, like taking out the trash or washing the dishes. You know, they're chores, they're things that we're doing, but we're also living. Why I gave you guys a homework to have relaxation and awareness. Pretty much a simplified version of my master's 10 homeworks. But it's just so we can realize that when we have that balance, everything just starts to fall into place. And it's up to us to take that time to practice. And all the way back to the very, very basic, but very, very good knowledge that I always share with you all. The 4 C's. You know? And, you know, we know comfort is there needed. We need it for us to relax, take it easy. This is true in life. In fact, everything about today is how I got here today is this. As I share with you, our master explained these words as a way to help us improve in meditation. Have comfort, have consciousness. Do those 2 things consistently, and then take time to consider or check. But it's actually the recipe for success in anything you want to do. So for me, doing this online, one, I love doing this, so it was really comfortable doing this. I really enjoy being here with you all. It's actually felt really weird not being online the past 3-4 days. When I had to cancel on Monday, I was like, oh man, this is going to be weird. So, you know, It's just something that I love to do. Love to be here with you all, to meditate together. Being conscious, being aware of what you're doing. You wouldn't believe how much awareness I need to be on the computer while I'm doing this. I don't get to truly meditate as deep as I would like. The only day I can do that is Friday. Because there's always something that can go wrong. So I have awareness. And of course, doing that consistently, having the consistent practice like we've been doing together. Practicing, for us, 3 times a week, plus inner peace time on Saturday, 4 times a week. I think just my weekly schedule is more than most monks in a month. So, this is something that I'm very glad I get to do. And by practicing more and more, I've gotten better at doing all this stuff. Today, still have some technical difficulties due to my new upgrade, so that my computer can start working again. But it's part of life. That's why we consider taking that time to adjust, try to find that way to make it work. But I have to say, the most important one of these 4 that I've seen very, very, very clearly is consistency. Having that time to practice regularly. When you practice regularly, it becomes second nature. This is why I always tell you all, practice a little bit a day. It'll go a long way. And it's not just a rhyme, but it's very true. Because many times we think that, I have to be able to do it an hour or 2 hours a day. If you have time and can do it, great. But most of us don't have that luxury, and most of us are not monks. See, I can do that because I'm a monk. I have time. Or at least I tend to have time, or it's part of my life and my way. So that's why I can do that. But even though I'm a monk, some days I don't have the whole time to get the 2 hours in. So I adjust. It's all about how we practice. Meditating doesn't always have to be sitting and being in the position. It could be relaxing in a walk in the park. That's one thing I like to do. Sometimes it's simply just remind yourself with the mantra, centering yourself often. So it's all about taking that time or really trying to make time to practice a little bit a day. Okay? And as we continue to practice consistently, at least once a day, you'll definitely start to see the benefits happen much quicker. You'll start to feel it a lot easier. It'll become second nature. You won't have to be, is meditation working for me or not? Is it really doing anything? A lot of people tend to have that doubt, that wonder if it's actually working or not. But as you practice it more and more, it starts to become more apparent. Similar to exercise. If you start exercising today, you're not going to see anything different in a week. Not yet, anyways. It will take some time. But one thing you will feel is you'll feel a bit stronger. You'll feel that whatever you do daily seems easier because you've been exercising. It's just like that. You can't just expect that whatever you're doing is going to happen right away. It all takes time. I got a big lesson on that when I had to go to the hospital. Whenever if anyone's ever had an injury or had to go to the hospital because of an injury or something like that, or any kind of problem where it took time to heal, no one enjoys it. No one enjoys the healing process. We want to get up and start running. We want to get out there and do stuff. But when it's a health concern or a problem with you need to heal, you have to give yourself time to heal. But as you give yourself time to heal, it can also be a great opportunity to help you kind of slow down. And when you allow yourself to slow down both body and mind, you heal faster. Back to my example of my time in the hospital. I found out later. They didn't tell me when I was in the hospital. It might be the Asian style. They don't tell the patient what's wrong with them, unless there's no one else there with you. So I was just turning 20, but there were other adults or other family members. So they told the family how bad the situation was. I had no idea. All I knew was I feel very tired, drained, and just made me feel better. That's all I was thinking. And I didn't even know what the ICU was. I'm like, I'm in the ICU? Okay, sure. It's a very comfortable bed. Totally positive, just thinking of all the good stuff. And then, later on realizing, the ICU, intensive care unit, why it's so comfortable. You might die there. So it's a so it's like, oh, okay. They definitely make you as comfortable as possible. So, you know, and then finally, after everything was all done, it was amazing because after I did some research and seeing other stories that happened like myself, but for them they had to get amputated. Their leg needed to be amputated due to what I had. I had necrotized fasciitis, well known as flesh-eating bacteria, and I was very lucky. They said if I didn't go to the hospital that day, very likely I would have died from what is it? From shock, or my body went into shock. So everything's just not working how it should. But because I was meditating so much at a time, while in the hospital, I can't go anywhere. So I would just meditate in a laying position. I couldn't get up. So I'm just laying there. Samarahang, Samarahang in my little bed. Uh, at first it was nice, it was just me in the room. And then it got expensive, so they sent me to another room with more people, with roommates. And still not too bad. But it was also funny. It opened my eyes to another thing. I was very, very content being alone. I had no problem being alone. The bed next to me was a guy maybe 5 or 6 years older than me. His mom, his dad, and his girlfriend came to sleep there with him. I'm just like, I'm very glad I'm not that needy. But some people need a lot of extra support. And some of my friends, when they came to visit me, they got confused. Like, are we? Because I was still very energetic as I usually am. And they're like, did we come to cheer him up, or did he end up cheering us up? They told me later. Like, this, like, you don't seem like someone who's sick or like, you know. But that's the thing. So as of my practice, just little by little, thanks to the meditation itself, also to help me heal faster. I was in and out of that hospital in about a month, and they say usually it takes 6 months before someone can get out, and then even more time to learn to walk again, which is another thing I had to learn to do. Though I have to thank my sister for forcing me to walk. What she did was take my crutches, quite literally. She was she's also in the room right now. She was like 7 years old, and she's like, come on, P. Clint, come and get it. All right, so in Thai, P means like big brother. So I just took my crutches. I'm like, what are you doing? She doesn't remember. Yes, you literally took my crutches while I'm walking in crutches. I only had one functional leg, and you took it from me. So yeah, you forced me to walk again. So thank you. But yeah, that's just kind of the little by little. It takes time, but we cannot be too. We can't rush. We can't try to rush everything. When we start to slow down, you can heal better. You can grow stronger. But if we try to rush it all, there's a lot of missed opportunities, and sometimes we end up making a little mistake here and there, and then thinking that was right, and then finally needing to fix it later. So that's why I just wanted to share with you all consistency. Take it little by little. No matter what you're working on, or whatever new thing you need to adjust for, whether it be for health, be for work, or for a relationship, or anything that you're working on, take it step by step, little by little. You don't need to rush and be perfect right away. If you're trying to do that, it might not go as well as you think it will. Okay? Take your time, and it'll grow stronger, and you'll have a much more meaningful experience, and it will last. So I hope you all, for our 600th episode, this is the main thing I hope that I share with you all: consistency. Keep practicing, all right? Because if we suddenly stop, it only goes downhill. For example, one thing that I'm glad I do normally is I like to look back at myself. I like to check and see, am I better today than I was yesterday? Or am I starting to go the wrong direction? Now, for example, monks, all right? So I'm a monk, and I do my best to be a monk. There are some things I do that are not very monkly, but they're not exactly bad. uh, Even just my humor here is not exactly all that monkly, but it's not too bad either. But if I'm not being careful, I can easily think that, oh, I'm better than everyone else. From a humble monk to suddenly arrogant monk. I'm still human. It can happen. And this is something that even the Buddha taught. He said, hey, we need to be careful. Watch ourselves. And that's the thing. As long as we continue to be mindful, watching ourselves, or if you're lucky, you have a good friend who can help tell you. I have a few friends, I told them, if I'm starting to be kind of an a-hole monk, please tell me. I'm like, because we're close friends already. I'm like, yes, thank you. So we help tell each other, that's not okay. Like, we're friends. I love you and everything, but that's not okay. So we're ready. So it's good to have each other's back to in a way of help make sure we're still on track, because we're all human. It's easy to slip, especially when you're really angry or annoyed or very mad at someone or something. Taking a step back to go, am I actually better, or am I starting to go backward? So that's why it's important to have that consistency. Keep practicing, check yourself, and continue to spread peace as best we can. So, thank you for listening to me, and it's just one thing I really hope you all can practice. Okay, so now I open the floor to you all as I see a few more. Let me turn on the mics now. Also, I saw a question on YouTube. Hugs was asking, why are Hindu Buddhas seemingly appear as horrific looking creatures? This one I'm not sure. I can do some research. I haven't looked into Hinduism much, but that one I really don't know. As I'm Buddhist, I know the Buddha. In Hinduism, they say the Buddha is one of their avatars, which is pretty cool. But I don't know more than that. So I'll go check that out. But there's probably a story to everything. It's just sometimes we see it for the immediate. It's kind of like if you see some of the Buddha pictures, there are some where he is like bony and scary looking. It's not saying that the Buddha was that way. It's that there was one time in his life where he did something where he was practicing what they call self mortification to quite literally to suffer, to hopefully to reach enlightenment. Pretty much get rid of all your suffering, so all that's left is peace and happiness, which we all know that doesn't work. It doesn't work that way. And he went to the extreme. He for him he was starvation. He was trying to do starvation as his practice, and yeah. Anyways, so if we don't know the whole story, sometimes it can be interesting. Okay. Ah, Lee says he says thank you for today's amazing session. Also feel honored to finish this 600th episode with you. I had experienced very horrible things since the end of last year, and I have been isolating myself for over 6 months due to lack of hope of this world. I had indeed tried to help myself and heal from what had happened, including practicing meditation by myself using self-help apps for over 50 days. However, last week I started to realize that meditating by myself is no longer enough for me, and I decided to go back to this class so that I can receive more insight, guidance, and support. I will try my best to participate in this class every week from now on, and I hope I can achieve more personal peace gradually instead of binding by the past. Again, I deeply appreciate your help throughout the process. Oh, thank you, Lee. Thank you so much for sharing. And yeah, I totally get it. A lot of the self-help apps and meditation things, I'm totally for it. It's great to do it, but yeah, it definitely doesn't quite work as well as having a group. And of course, if we could have in person, that'd be even better. But next best thing, we're kind of in person now, so I'm very glad like on that. You're on your path, and I'm glad to be a part to help you out. And of course, little by little. Okay. Oh, thank you, Katrina. She says Hinduism has gods or deities for several hundred of things. Each deity represents what they are the deity of, and there are stories behind each and every one of them. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we'll have to do some research because it's whenever we depict a deity, or it's always up to what is it that they experience from that particular entity. So, due to my lack in knowledge of Hinduism, I couldn't tell you right now, but I'm sure there's definitely a reason. Uh, it might. I know some cultures they'll use something scary to scare away the evil things. Yeah, or sometimes they use something like. No, actually, that's pretty good explanation already. Okay. All right. Any other questions or wonders? Oh, hello Bennett and hello Gunyan. Thanks for saying hi on YouTube. Oh, on Facebook. And as always, you guys are always welcome to send me messages. This is my QR code to all my social media, different ways you can contact me. Also, there's a little, if I remember, it's a little blue button. You can add me to your contacts on your phone. But yeah. Oh, Pat has a question. Is it okay to meditate and go into the zone with distractions going on like a radio or TV? It is both good and bad. Um, with music, it's just like music or like white noise. The good thing about it is, yes, it's quite calming. It's a great way to start. I do. I know a lot of people like to have music or something playing to help them kind of get into the zone. That is actually okay as a starting as a kind of a way to help you kind of buffer in. But I don't recommend keeping it the whole time because, uh, or don't do it every session also because if you start to become reliant on it, then that's when it becomes a problem. Suddenly, when the power is out, or you have no batteries, or you can't find peace, that's no good. But it's actually a very great tool. Like I said, I do agree with all those meditation apps and different self help tools. They're all ways to help you. Great. But as long as it doesn't turn into reliance, when you rely on it, then it's starting to be a problem. We need to take a step back. Even if you love listening to me, I don't speak the whole time. I have silence in all my audio clips on purpose. That way, you will definitely have some silence to help you find some time for yourself with yourself. Because where we get the most practice, or where it's most beneficial, is actually during those bits of silence. And that's why for level 1, it's a little bit of silence. Level 2, a little bit more. Level 3, a bit more. Level 4, long. And it's exactly this reason. Because and of course, as you practice more, you start to realize how much more you like the silence. Because it's where you start to go in. Not only that, it tends to go by very quick when you're in the zone. At the same time, if it doesn't feel great and quick yet, that's okay. That day, balance wasn't quite there yet. So it's like every second feels like an hour. So it's okay. That just kind of happens. But as you practice more and more, when you find your balance a little bit easier, or even find your calm, it really goes by very quick. And then you'll be very surprised and wondering, why did Lopi finish so quickly? What's going on? As it will be a very common thing that happens later. Sadly, because since we're doing this online, plus it's very late here, I can't do longer sessions, at least for now. But you know, you can always continue practicing even if the class is over, or if you're in the zone, for example, during class, and I ended the meditation, feel free to mute, pause, turn off, leave the room, continue meditating. It's okay. I won't feel bad because I know that when you're in the zone and you have time to keep going, keep going. All right? It's a wonderful opportunity to keep going because finding that peace and then being able to stay in it, it's not exactly something that happens every day. It starts to happen more often. But on those days where it finally happens and it feels just so right to keep going, don't stop if you don't need to go anywhere. All right? But notice that extra thing. If you don't have prior engagements or some other thing that you're supposed to go to, then go on, keep going. But if you have an appointment, go to your appointment. Okay. Okay. Right. And Uh, Again, reminder for this for this month, I have this Monday, Wednesday, Friday, this Saturday also. I'll have another schedule showing for next time. But also want to rejoice in all your merits again for everyone who came in to donate. This time we have a whole $4,324. That is amazing. We are 1,000 more than last year. And then thank you so much for all of our members who came in to offer. Oh, I have the wrong picture up there. But overall, it's absolutely amazing that we got to uh, share in this merit together. And before we go, I'd like to. Oh, hello, Eric. Did you have a question or something you want to say?
Yes, how will, am I on? Yeah. How will the daylight savings time affect your sessions coming up?
That's right. Actually, I was going to post that on, or I was going to talk about that on Friday. But yes, so
Okay.
here's the nice PSA, public service announcement. This Saturday night, or pretty much Sunday morning, the time will change. It will shift. Well, since you asked, I could quickly pick it up. I didn't prepare to talk about this, but pretty much it will shift again. So if your country it does not shift, my class will be about 1 hour earlier. Now my computer's slowing down again. I'm doing too many things at once. Uh, so yeah, for everyone in the continental U.S., continental Americas, so all the at least U.S. and Canada, we shift the same time, so it will be the same time as usual. But for Mexico, I know you guys already stopped doing that. Let me see.
I think it actually will become 1 hour later
Yeah, I
because
think you're right. It'll be 1 hour later. Let me get this up.
because for me it's 4 o'clock and it's 10 o'clock for you because we have a 6 hour difference. But when we have daylight savings, for me it's only 5 hours. So five from 10 would be
Oh, of course.
5 o'clock, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
Hawaii, we don't change.
Oh, you guys don't change either. Okay.
Yeah, Arizona and Hawaii do not change.
Okay. So then it will be 1 hour later, correct?
Later, yes.
Yeah. So it'll be one
Yes.
hour later if your clocks don't change. So if it's usually 9 o'clock, it will now be 10. And if it's normally 10 for you, it will now be 11. And if it's normally 3 a.m., like in France, it will now be 4 a.m. Uh, um, I'll post this tomorrow because I just realized I don't have it in my computer. It's online. Um, oh, for Pacific, well, if you're in the U.S. or at least in the continental U.S. and Canada, the time will not change, except for in Regina, because they stopped doing the time change also. So yeah, in Washington, it'll still be 7 o'clock for you guys. Yeah, so Mexico doesn't change anymore, right? So then for you guys, what is it? Right now it's what 8 to 9, so it'll be 9 to 10. Okay, because yeah. When are we gonna stop using this?
Are we doing anything spooky for Friday Halloween?
I'm not planning to, but we'll definitely have our usual meditation.
Very
A
good.
couple years back, Halloween tended to go later because people wanted to ask about ghosts and this and that. But that was when we had Lopi Sumit next to me. He has a lot of experience. Me, not so much. So you can ask, and I'll share what I know. But but yeah, that's always interesting. Okay, then as oh, Ivy says for me it's usually noon, but it'll be 1 p.m. Wow, it's noon for you. Cool. All right, then for now I'd like to give you all a blessing before we go. May you all be blessed with happiness, good health, wealth, success in your lives. May you be surrounded by good friends who will always guide you into light, in times of darkness and in times of need. And when you close your eyes to meditate, may you attain inner peace easily and quickly in every lifetime. So thank you again, everyone. Have a wonderful day or night wherever you're watching from. And remember, a smile a day keeps the stress away. So everyone, keep smiling and let's brighten up the world together. So for everyone on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch, see you guys next time. For those on Zoom, feel free to stay longer if you'd like to chat. And again, thank you all.
Thank you.
Goodbye. Thank you.